First thing to troubleshoot is we want to remove the bulb, and you may want to test that bulb. Make sure all the circuits are off before working on the electricity. If you feel safe and you want to shut the breaker off, you could shut the breaker, but I'm fine with just the switches here. Although there's no one in the house right now. If there was, I may want to put a piece of tape over the switch so no one comes in and accidentally turns it on while I'm working on it as a reflex. Okay, so taking the trim ring off, you just reach up here. There's usually a spring holding it on, although there's a couple of different styles of trim ring. You'll have to see which one you have, but remove the trim ring. And then it's this bolt and this bolt, and there may even be a third bolt, but this one's missing. And then the whole can, you'll be able to slide the can out of the bracket and be able to get to the electric box and the wires and be able to see what's going on. Also in these things, there's a thermostat. They call it a thermocouple. You're going to want to test your thermocouple as part of your troubleshooting. You'll see it right there. It's that gray thing the flashlight's on. The two black wires. You could cut those two wires and jump them together and eliminate the thermostat as a way of testing it. And then of course they do sell replacement thermocouples at any electric supply store. You'd be able to go in and ask for a hi-hat thermocouple and just splice it back in there. Or you could just live with it jumped out as a non-thermocoupled hi-hat, you know. Just watch your wattages so you don't overheat it. But that's something to check there. They often go bad, those thermocouples. But usually if it's the thermocouple, you'll notice like the light will be on for 5 minutes and then it'll shut off for 5 minutes. It'll come back on for 5 minutes. It'll shut off for 5 minutes. It's like an on-off thing usually if the thermocouple is bad. If it's just a dead fixture, it's probably a loose wire in the box or something like that. This is all part of the troubleshooting, but usually I have found in the thermocouple fault is the kind of thing where it's on a couple of minutes, off a couple of minutes, on a couple of minutes, and when it's going on and off, you usually hear a little click if you listen. Here we go. So you're gonna take your wire nuts, you're gonna pull them out of the box up here, and then you're gonna check, because we could see we got a white and a black coming in from the fixture. So you're just gonna like jiggle them, and we see the black one's good, and we jiggle a white one, and look at that. It actually fell out of the wire nut. So it's supposed to go to these white wires, because white always goes to white and black always goes to black. So that's the fault right there. We just found the fault. So we're gonna take the wire nut off of these white ones, and I'm gonna attach it back. I'm going to put it right next to the copper wires, and I'm going to screw the wire nut back on, and then we're going to check and see if it works. Okay, we've reattached it to the white. Now as a test light, we're going to use an actual bulb, and the circuit is energized. Okay, there we go. So we troubleshoot and we find the fault and we fix. Now it's just a matter of squeezing this can back up into the hole and lining up where the little nuts go in there to the little tabs. Sorry, to the tab. Okay, see the tab there with the screw hole? So we just have to line that up with the holes in the can and put our screws back in. We put the cover back on the electric box. First we stick our wires back in and make sure nothing falls off again, and then this cover goes on a certain way and it clicks right on there. Oh, come on, yeah. Okay. Okie dokie. Always want to replace your covers. And we have to squeeze this back up there. And paying attention where our tabs are. And put your little screws back in. And next goes our, make sure it's flush with the ceiling, okay? So you're very easy at this point. Okay, so now we put our trim ring back on. You may or may not have a trim ring with yours. Put the trim ring, goes on with, it's supposed to have 2 springs. This one just has 1. So we'll see if, and it goes in that umbrella handle shaped hole, and you put it all the way up and over to lock it in. Okay. Be careful, all of this is like old plastic at this point, and it may indeed be very brittle. Okay, and then lastly, okay, all right, there we go, guys. Rate, okay, please. It helps me out with this YouTube gig. Comments, because future users may indeed see your comment or question and may help someone out in the future. And as long as you hear sub, it's the handyman zone. It's all handyman stuff. Thanks, so this guys. One particular one traced to a loose wire in the junction box at the hi-hat. You know, you want to check your switch with the circuit tester. Without the circuit, you want to check your switch. You could jump it. You could circuit test it. You could jump it out. You know, you want to check your, you want to remove the hi-hat and get to the junction box up there and check that. Sometimes hi-hats are daisy chained along. So had I found no problem in this junction box, I would have went to this one. Because sometimes they'll run the wire from the switch up to there and then daisy chains it over to this one. So there may be a broken wire or loose wire in that junction box. So this is all part of the troubleshooting process. You want to just go down the line and check everything. Hope I helped.